Hey the internet, this is Lock. This week I managed to prize myself away from Albion Online just enough to play another game. It's called Devilian. It's a new game being brought to the North American and European territories by Trion Worlds, who you may know from Rift and Defiance, from Arcade. So prepare your butts for some first impressions. Devilian is made by Bluehole Studios, who made Terra, and you can really see the similarities. The art style is very familiar, especially the devil concepts alluded to in the title. The story setup is really the standard for East Asian MMOs, as is the representation of women, which I know is important to some of you. It also has a persistent multiplayer aspect, so here we are talking about it. Basically, it's an action RPG of the old school, like Diablo or Path of Exile. From the perspective of a Korean MMO developer. There's group content, as you would expect, 3-player dungeons, 9-player raids, and the PvP goes all the way up to 20 versus 20. It's going to be free to play, so have fun with your circular arguments in the comments section. I know you look forward to it. Expect a cash shop with mounts, costumes, other cosmetics, as well as XP potions, etc. You can sign up for the beta now, and the game should be out by the end of the year, so quick turnaround on this one. Now, I'm not a massive ARPG player. Diablo 1 and 2 totally passed me by. Diablo 3 sort of left me cold. I jumped on it with the hype and everything, but launch issues as they were, it just felt like a bit of a letdown. I thought Bastion was pretty cool. I'll definitely give Transistor a go at some point. Path of Exile, I'm completely lost on that. But I have to say I'm starting to warm to them now. After finally sort of getting playing MOBAs as well as just watching them. After playing Heroes of the Storm a lot, and of course dedicating my entire body and soul to Albion Online. I can't get enough of click to move shenanigans. So now that you know where I'm coming from, I'll say that Devilian is fun. Devilian, it's fun, but it doesn't feel particularly fresh in the ways that matter. Now, if you're over or never got into this kind of ARPG, I don't think it'll do much to change your mind. But the question of what it does differently or interestingly will remain. So I will take a crack at it. One thing that sets the game apart, I think, is the devil form you can take as a sort of an elite skill. You build up the resource bar, activate your devil form, wreck everything for miles around. It's in practice, it's a nice way of altering the tempo of a dungeon crawl or a boss fight. It adds another very thick layer of customizability to your character, and increases the amount of sort of opportunity cost you have in terms of how you use this resource, at what time do you use it. There's some interesting group dynamics at play, and while it's fun and I think it adds a lot to the game, it seems weirdly counterproductive on some levels. Isn't part of the appeal of these games the sort of flow state that they elicit? It's something that games with these kind of perspective and control schemes, the ARPG, have an advantage over the sort of third-person MMORPG, because it can get you more easily into that state. And maybe this system eventually reinforces it. Maybe if you're better at this kind of game, you'll get into it quicker. But for me, in the early stages, it definitely took me out of the process, as I tried to remember my second ability set. I tried to think about, what the best time to use, why I was using it. So that's something to consider, something to be aware of. There's regions in the game called hunting regions that you can auto join. You can hot join with a load of other people, and you just blitz the whole landscape. And I think it's a really neat touch. It's something I remember being very fond of in Rift, just the sort of reckless abandon, tearing across the landscape, wrecking everything. It's a great way to blow off steam, I think, and it's a nice change of pace. Along with another feature I remember from Rift, which was rifts. The sky's open, monsters come out, you smack them around until they remember their place, wherever they may be. The social systems, the guild system, it's pretty robust. It's a guild system. You can form alliances with other guilds. You can declare war on other guilds, which is a kind of I guess open world PvP then, and you get levelable perks for your guild, for your members, so there's an incentive for players to work together on a larger scale. Also there's like there are in some East Asian MMOs, you have a sort of friendship system, whereas you work together with specific other players, you get benefits and boosts to go along with that as well. So it's nice to see some real thought into concrete social mechanics rather than, you know, just sort of hoping players will come together just because they can. And if you're not in it for the social thing, you know, aside from probably being in the wrong place, to be honest, there's a group finder for all of your pugging needs. May the Lord have mercy on you. Now, from my relatively new to the genre or relatively inexperienced within the genre experience, if you get what I mean, I think Devilian is fun, and it's certainly competent, it's certainly well made. But if you're already heavily into, or if you're completely over games like Diablo or Path of Exile, I can't see it doing enough to pull you away from either of those positions. And ultimately, for the game as a whole, I'm trying to have a strong opinion about it, but it's difficult, and I suppose that's its biggest weakness. You know, like many games that come under the MMO umbrella, there are so many aspects of the game that feel so reductive. You know, it makes the whole feel very beige. It makes it feel serviceable but unremarkable. And while that may be damning with faint praise, it's hard to see this game as anything other than average, unless you're super into the aesthetic, unless you really like the whole idea of the devils as told in this particular story. So there it is. First impressions of Devilian. What do you think? Do you think I'm wrong and it's very exciting and new and fresh? Are you a seasoned Diablo player? Have you been playing since the first game and this is exactly what you've been looking for as an evolution of the genre? Do let us know in the comments below, and give this video a like if you think that it's worthwhile, a discussion worth having. And you can always subscribe to the channel for many wonderful things from fabulous people, and I will see you again really soon. Thanks. Bye.
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMO FTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.